Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Breaking news for you. Ogaden National Liberation Front has issued a statement just a few minutes ago. ONLF is warning Ethiopian government. 3 points raised by this group, which was an armed group. It fought Ethiopian security forces for more than 2 decades. It turned into a political party, but it seems that ONLF is back in action. It is becoming active in the context of Ethiopia Somalia tensions. What is ONLF saying? We'll have a look at the 3 points raised by ONLF and any alliance likely to be formed between the ONLF and Somalia. Because ONLF does not represent all Somalis, it represents a clan. Details for you in this video. Just a little background, viewers. Ogaden National Liberation Front was formed in 1978, I think, 1984. It was formed after Ethiopia-Somalia War, Ogaden War, 1977-1978 war. It was formed in 1984. It was back then a movement which called for self-determination right of Ogaden people. In 1994, it started an armed struggle. And from 1994 till 2018, it fought Ethiopian security forces. Back then, EPRDF was in power, and ONLF fighters carried out several major attacks on Ethiopian security forces. The region remained under military rule to some extent, you can say. In 2018, after PM Abiy came to power, in August 2018, ONLF announced unilateral ceasefire. Other armed groups also laid down arms. OLF also laid down arms. ONLF turned into a political party. But its demand is the same. It wants implementation of Article 39. Article 39 of Ethiopian Constitution is about self-determination. Ola has the same demand too. TPLF also demanded the implementation of this article during the Tigray war. Now TPLF is silent. So all Ethiopian armed groups, except Fano, I think Fano never made a call for implementation of Article 39. These Ethiopian armed groups say that the regions have the right given to them by the constitution to determine their future. That is why Article 39 should be implemented. Ogaden National Liberation Front wants the establishment of an Ogaden state. It represents Ogaden Clan. Ogaden Clan is not the only clan in Somali region of Ethiopia, but it is the largest clan. Largest clan, you can say. I don't want to go into details in terms of numbers, but Ogaden is the largest clan in Somali region. Though Ethiopian governments have been backing, supporting minority clans to strengthen them, to stop, to curb the influence of ONLF in Somali. Ogaden clan lives in Somalia too. It lives in Kenya as well. In Somalia, there remain 5 clans: Dir, Darud, Hawiye. These are 3 main clans. Then there is Isaac, Somaliland based. Then Rahan Wayne, which is based in Southwest State, which is in conflict with the federal government of Somalia these days. The Ruth clan is parent clan of Ogaden. You can say Ogaden is part of the Ruth. The Ruths are in Somalia too. So Ogaden has its presence in Somalia too. ONLF has been working for establishment of Ogaden state, where all Ogaden clan people live. They should live and they have this state. ONLF remained under crackdown not just in Ethiopia, but Ziad Barre's government also banned ONLF, if I'm not wrong, because ONLF is a threat to Somalia as well. If a separate Ogaden state is created, it will demand that Ogaden tribe areas in Somalia should also be part of this Ogaden state. Just a little background for new viewers. ONLF signed a peace deal with PMRB in 2018, but it never managed to develop good relations with Prosperity Party. Ogaden National Vision Fund boycotted the last general election held in Ethiopia. So ONLF is not part of the assembly, so my regional government. The government is controlled, it is held by Prosperity Party. ONLF just last week issued a statement demanding clarity from the Ethiopian federal government and military chief Brahano Jula, saying that Jula, in an audio claim that Egypt formed and funded ONLF, EPLF, OLA, etc. ONLF demanded clarification from Jula, no clarification so far. Second statement came just a few minutes ago by ONLF. This statement is very important. It shows that ONLF wants to exploit the situation, the heightened tension between Ethiopia and Somalia. What is the ONLF saying? ONLF says that Somali people suffered in Ethiopia. In the last 3/4 of the last century, they suffered. They were treated as third-class citizens. They remained marginalized. Their rights were denied. Menelik, Mengistu, EPRDF all committed worst atrocities, human rights abuses against Somali people. And now Ethiopian government is doing some actions in the Somali region which are violations of the fundamental rights of Ogaden people, Somali people. 3 actions are mentioned by ONLF in this statement. Firstly, the Ogaden National Vision Fund says that Somali region of Ethiopia has been heavily militarized. Large scale movement of military ongoing, which I reported, by the way. I told you what's happening there. I showed you videos too. And it's like martial law has been imposed. Martial law is looming. It means that people's rights, Somali people's rights are being denied. Military rule is being introduced in Somali region. Secondly, ONLF says that reportedly the Ethiopian government is considering a change in the name and flag of Somali region, so that Somali region's name and flag have no Somali sign. Thirdly, very importantly, ONLF says that Ethiopian government is forcing Somali elders, women to talk to people in public and denounce their Somali identity. I told you, I did a video on that some elders in Somali region held press conferences and they said they were Ethiopians, not Somalis. I said Somali region government was backing those tribal elders gatherings, and this is what ONLF is saying, that these Somali elders are being forced to say that they are Ethiopian, not Somalis. So ONLF is warning Ethiopian government, saying that Somali people's rights must be respected. Article 39 must be implemented. This is what Constitution of Ethiopia grants to Somali people as their right. Things clear now. ONLF wants to exploit the tension between Ethiopia and Somalia. Can ONLF be an ally for Somalia? ONLF cannot be a long-term ally for Somalia because, as I said earlier, ONLF demand the establishment of an Ogaden state. If Ogaden state is established, it would include areas from Somalia too. So ONLF, in a way, is a threat to Somalia's territorial integrity and sovereignty too. But in the existing circumstances, Somalia's government would like to back ONLF because ONLF has scores of past grievances against Ethiopian government. ONLF can be used, can be armed, can be sponsored, can be funded by Somalia against Ethiopian government. ONLF, by the way, will have to be very careful. Some would say that ONLF is sticking its neck out. The way it is issuing statements, isn't it forcing Ethiopian military, Ethiopian federal government to consider action against ONLF? By the way, Ethiopian governments have been trying to create splits in ONLF, and still there is one group of ONLF which is part of Prosperity Party, part of the government. But this group is not major ONLF group. Main ONLF is led by Abdurrahman Mahdi, who is one of the founding members of ONLF, I think. This is what we have learned. Let's hope that Somali region, let's hope it does not turn into a battlefield. But the way we are seeing tensions, it seems that my region is the hub of Ethiopian military activities now. My region and Amhara. Thank you.